What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you all again. Let's touch on Redbox. Let's look for that reversal. Let's see what could possibly be happening come Monday morning. If that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit the like button while you're thinking about it. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only, so let's be entertained. Yes, it's early. Yes, I'm moving slow. Yes, I did shave. I threw my back out. I'm a lot older than I look. I face real world problems, and I did not feel like even standing at the sink to shave, so I just let it get a little bit crazy. So now I look like a little kid, but I'm back here with you. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more confusing with what we got as indicators drawn up, I drew up all kinds of lines. And we are going to go ahead and look into those lines and see what it looks like, where it could go, and where it could go from there. So the yellow lines are a fib retracement that I drew, just kind of looking for where the reversal would be. Now, what I see here is basically it wants to come down and touch the 236. So we're looking at the yellow lines right now. We can see that it touched the 236 before it tried to get a little bit of that strength back in and even make a reversal. Coming down to the stochastic, we can see that it's right there around oversold territory, just approaching it, and it tried to make that run back up. Every time it just gives out. So now we come into the red fib because I was looking for a reversal somewhere in here. What does it do? It comes down, it touches the 236 before it wants to try to get that strength back in it. We can see whenever it touched the 236, it was in oversold territory down here. So it made that reversal, ran back up, and just gave out right around where it would start being trending in our favor. So now we come to the white lines. The white lines are the newest fib that we are looking for a reversal in. So where is it right now? It's sitting right around the 5.0, but the 382 could become relevant, and if it wants to play off of the same pattern that it's been doing the last two times we've been looking for a reversal, where's the 236? It's down here in really unspoken territory, right? About $3.05 is where that 236 is. Now, is it going to get down there again? I don't know. I'm going to really start watching it if it wants to either hit this trend line, which is roughly sitting right above $4, or the 382, which is like $3.80 range, or if it is going to actually come down, do the 236, and then repeat its pattern of trying to get that strength. Now we are already sitting down here close to being in the oversold territory. So the 382 could be a little bit more realistic in this situation unless it wants to go for being highly oversold, come down, hit the 236, and get a little bounce. From there, we are looking how much strength is coming into that bounce. So just because it hits the 236 doesn't mean that it has to run to the moon, but if it hits that 236 with some little bit of fourths that comes into the play, then yes, we will see a little bit of a recovery. We want to see how it does after it hits that recovery, because when it bounces off of the 236, it comes back up to about the 5.0 line. It hits the 236, comes back up to about the 5.0 line. And as I was saying, I am older than I look. That's my medication bell. All right. So what we want to do is just make sure that whenever we're playing this, we're watching these levels. We got the 5.0 line sitting at about $4.36 if it were to touch the 23.6. So from $3 to $4.36. From there, we want to see if there is strength, if there is action that comes into the play, if it's going to continue to push up there, or if that was just a little pump that, you know, they used to take a little bit more profit. That's really not a bad play if you have day traders or whatever watching this play, or even some of the bigger guys that are in on it. You know, they're seeing a chance to really capitalize on some money. So I'm watching the 236, how that responds. I'm watching the 382, how that responds. So a couple of places that I want you guys to keep in mind. Is the $4 just going to be psychological level? the fib retracement to 382 at $3.77. And then if it wants to act as it has the last 2 times I've been looking for a reversal, it's going to be down here at $3.04. Now, what it does there is probably going to tell the story. So one of those 3 points, we want to see the strength. We really want to see some power come back into the move. Do I think it'll come all the way down to the 236? I'm not sure, because I think they were really fighting for those puts to be in the money, and that was probably giving it just a little bit more oversold than it really needed to be. So keep an eye on 382, $3.77. From there, we are sitting in a pattern that we've saw several times. We got the Bollinger Bands drawn up here still. As you can see on the 30-minute, it has played this out a couple of times. It can't get above this midline, which keeps smashing it down. Can't get above this midline. It pinches together, smashes it down. Where are we right now? We are right at the midline. We don't know what kind of opening this is going to have, but we're going to probably see these pinching together in the pre-market. And then right at open, it's going to make its decision. So if it does fall below that midline and get knocked down again, then obviously that first fib level that we have there at 382 is going to be very achievable. If it's going to the downside, it's going to start off getting pushed down pretty quickly. I mean, this was what, an hour and a half, 2 hours into the play, hour and a half, 2 hours into the play. So we're going to see how it opens up. It could be down here within an hour and a half, 2 hours of the play. If down is the way it's going, we got to see how this is all playing out. As far as the Bollinger Bands, they're not perfect, but they are a good indicator. We are right here. We see that it often gets rejected. If you look down at the bottom of the screen where the stochastic is, it's right at that level where it likes to trend back down. So that's why I'm thinking, as of right now, it might get a little bit of early morning weakness. Doesn't have to, but that's why we use the indicators. That's what they're there for, just to try to give us a little bit of a signal of what's going to actually happen. So if it does push down to the 377, be watching to see how that holds. And then we know $4 psychological, so we want to see some strength back through there, because it could quickly get rejected and come back down to this 236. So that is what I am looking for Monday morning. Draw them up, write them down, whatever you got to do. But like I say, it's your money, it's your trading plan from here. I'm just trying to show you guys what I'm looking at for a possible reversal, where maybe some money might want to be coming back in because they've saw this happen 2 times before. Is it going to happen a 3rd time? Maybe they will play somewhere in between that 304 and that 377 level. Those people that are coming in to play something like this will not be greedy, and I don't think you should be either. They are going to be looking for that quick buck. That's what traders do. They look for the quick buck, they get in, they get out whenever they see that weakness, because we have saw this pattern before. It tries to pump, it tries hard to pump, and I think they might pull their money before it even gets close to this $4.36, you know, at the 5-0 lane. So keep it in mind, watch it close there, and we will see what happens. Thank you guys. I appreciate you coming back. I'm looking for anything and everything that I can just to find some sort of sign or some sort of point where things might get a little bit interesting. I want it to be, I want it to work out for everybody. I really do. We are sitting down low on this trend line, so could it give us a fake sense of a bounce? It could, but none of this has really given us any strength, so I don't anticipate a fake sense of a bounce. I think it's probably going to respect what it has been doing, and then we're just going to watch and wait and see what happens from there. I wish I could tell you a little bit more, but as of right now, let's look at the RSI while I have you. We'll just cover it real quickly. On the 30-minute, we are seeing a little bit of higher low action step in, which was good. Even on a Friday, you know, with profit taking, that could have cooled off. And on the 1 hour, it's kind of flatlined a little bit. We got a little bit of a higher low, so Like I said, we just have to see if this is going to respect what has happened in the past or if it's going to do something new. Shorter time frames, the MACD is going to need a little bit of time just to flip back over. The 30-minute looks like it is, it's holding okay. You know, I thought that would be a little bit lower. So maybe we do have a little bit of strength coming back in here. I mean, this could be a bounce point if it wanted to. I just, off of history, I don't know that I would call this a bounce point until I seen it actually happen. We do have the MAs that are sitting up quite a ways above where it is. A lot of times whenever this has been severely below the moving average, it does eventually get back to it. So sometimes it comes down and meets it, and sometimes it runs up and tries to meet it on its own. So that's another thing we want to keep in mind. Is it going to make that run back up and meet the MA, or is this going to just do its thing, ride this trend line down here until the MA actually comes down close enough or meets it? A lot to look for, a lot to stare at. Be active, be watching, and see what you can do with it. All right, guys, thank you for coming back, especially on the weekend. I appreciate you being here. I will catch you in the next one. If you don't mind, drop a like. You can always subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the updates. As always, people, stay golden and may your accounts stay green.